Paragon Weather Service has issued a severe storm warning for Kallisti Wharf. At 6:50 today, a severe storm was located 4 miles east of Steel Canyon, heading west at 20 miles per hour. Hazards: Bone and Tempest, Raven Road, Category 6, Frigid Wind, Queen Maud Redo, Devil Stormy, Katrina Stormborn, Storm Siren.
We have to start reporting. Hey, cuties. We are back with some more terrible weather. We are doing... The hell are we doing? We're doing Market Crash. Yeah, we're on Market Crash, that's what we're doing. Now, I did adjust the difficulty downward a little bit. We are not at +4. And the reason for that is a long time ago, when I was, I think, first getting back into City of Heroes Homecoming after a long hiatus, I joined a market crash where the team leader had the difficulty set to +4. I didn't think anything of it at the time, and things went overall pretty well. In the first couple missions, we had some deaths, but it wasn't anything crazy. Just, the usual, just sort of like bad luck or bad positioning or, whatever. Oh, we got to the part where you go from the office to the cave, and people started dying in the caves, like, regularly, and that was a little concerning. And then we get to, like, the AV fight in the caves, and the situation quickly devolved into, where it's not a full team wipe, and some people go to the hospital because it's in the mission map. But a couple people are still alive and fighting, and then as the people who went to the hospital begin to arrive back at the fight, the survivors die off, and then they go to the hospital, and so you wind up with only a portion of the team engaged in combat at any given time, and the others are either at the hospital or they're, traveling to the fight. And wet, too. Don't forget wet. And no one is bothering to just take a moment to get everyone together. And I said as much. I said that we should, all meet at the cave entrance, and there was no response. So that should have been a warning flag in and of itself. I could have saved myself a lot of time by just leaving the team then. And then, we get to the last boss, and it was just a brick wall. There was no way of defeating it with our team composition. So I've been a little shy about doing Market Crash ever since then. So that guy, or gal, I suppose, although unlikely, that person permanently has a 1-star. I guess I shouldn't say permanently. I think that it would be unlikely to change, because... So, what lured you into trying Rebirth? I will answer that at a later time. I use the 1-star for a reason. It's to avoid teaming with specific people. I really get a lot of use out of that star rating thing. I kind of have my own system where, like, people from the channel who I've teamed with just get 5 stars, and that helps me to kind of notice who's who. And then, for everyone else, like if I teamed with you and you left like a good impression, which to be honest is like just put in a little effort to be social. That's usually all that I need to be happy. Or just being like a good team leader without being an asshole about it. That's 4 stars. And then 1 star I reserve for people that I just do not want to team with, or just trolls. I guess maybe I should use 2 stars for people that I don't want to team with, and 1 star for trolls. Maybe that would make more sense. Then I don't know who gets 3 stars. I guess that would be like, I teamed with you, you seemed competent, but maybe you didn't say anything, so like I don't know, I have no idea what like your personality might be like. Yeah, I don't know, I'll have to think about it. I'm trying not to click the glowies during combat. Thank you very much. I was a little embarrassed in Dark Current's video. He was getting just hammered by what was it? I think Circle of Thorns. And at a moment when he thought that I was coming to help him, it turns out I was just going for the glowy. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, you clicked it? You broke the rules. You get kicked. Alright. First mission down. Oh, right, it is a rescue mission. I've always been a little annoyed by that mechanic. That friendly NPCs get affected by your own stealth to where they can't follow you. It's a very small annoyance. Stealth auras a go. Give me that steamy mist action. think we're doing pretty good at +3. Like, I haven't really seen any problems. We do have pretty solid support, along with a pretty robust DPS squad. 3 blasters, a corruptor, and a sentinel. Although, you know, it doesn't guarantee that we're gonna have a good time against the boss, but I think it might be doable. Well, I'm gonna ask what they think because I don't really know. I don't have a good sense of what we would need. I sometimes forget that this all storm group is not all storm summoning. It's just either storm summoning or storm blast, so on any given night that we play together, we may or may not be stacking all those support buffs and debuffs. But I think between 2 defenders and a mastermind, I think that's pretty solid. Although I don't think that we have any regen debuff. Which is one of my biggest complaints with storm summoning. As much as I love the set, I always felt like they should put like a regen debuff in something like Snowstorm. So, you know, maybe if putting a regen debuff in a toggle is too much, like maybe put it in like Tornado or Lightning Storm. Please don't put it in Gale. I like Gale, but like a lot of people skip it for reasons that are very understandable. I mean, yeah, we could go harder, but I don't want to run into that situation. I don't want to, I don't want to bang my head against a wall. I'm just, you know, just noticing that we have not broken a sweat. Like already, like this team is doing leagues better than that one that I was just bitching about a few minutes ago. Our type says we suck too much. And we should all delete our tunes. Valid. I guess we have time to figure it out. Need some Mez protection badly. I really should start making more use of the start vendor buffs. You can pick up, you know, a few points of Mez protection from the start vendor. It cost some influence, but it would have been worth it. If you're playing solo or, you know, if you're in a task force or something. Well, I guess really, if you're doing anything, it's Euros, and you don't have mez protection built in, like, it seems like a pretty good deal. So yeah, we don't, I don't think that we have any regen debuff, but we do have a lot of resistance debuff. So, you know, maybe that'll make the difference. See, like, this AV is just getting clowned, which kind of makes me feel like we've got enough firepower and debuffs. Struggle amuses you. Well, not me. I like things easy. Life is hard enough. Fuck it. We'll... we'll just throw ourselves into the fire and let the people on YouTube enjoy our suffering. Yep, +3. Alright, here we go. Well, this outdoor part won't be too bad, I don't think. We've got Snowstorm we can use to bring down flyers, and it's just Sky Raiders and Freak Show. Nothing crazy. Slightly annoying, but, you know, not like the buffed villain groups at level 50. Circle of Thorns, Council. So close on the Nemesis wedding last week. Yeah, we tried doing the Nemesis wedding with Allstorm, and God, we were so close. But in the end, we just couldn't get past the finish line. And to be fair, not everyone was level 50. Like, I know I was under level, and I think maybe one other person. And that's a mission where, like, you could really benefit from having a couple more incarnates on the team. You know, another hybrid, another destiny, another interface. You know, that could have made all the difference. Make sure your recipes aren't full. Oh, that's right. If this is your first time doing it, you get a purple, right? Try to corner these fools. And now that I think about it, a regen debuffing tornado would be really solid. I think more people would prefer to have it in something like Thunderstorm, but I don't know. More reasons to take Tornado would be nice. And it would incentivize me to use it more often. If you slot it with a knockdown, you know, the knockdown conversion, it's pretty useful. I mean, even without the knockdown conversion, it can be useful just as a, you know, a disruption tool to mitigate incoming damage. Now the caves, not my favorite environment for storm summoning. Yeah, I mean, we're still pretty much just crushing it, so I don't know. I think we're gonna be okay. That's my prediction. I don't know that it's going to be easy, but I don't think that we're going to... I don't think we're going to wipe. Although, he does spawn a lot of ads, and those ads have a lot of bosses. Now I'm second guessing myself. You know, as much as I like this character, I think that the sonic blast sounds are really starting to wear on me. I know there's some mods out there, the mod tool, that you can use to change the sounds. And I think I'm running one of them. And, like, it is an improvement over the original sounds, which are just a mistake. I'll leave it at that. And not to diminish, you know, the work that the developers did. You know, I've always thought that in general, City of Heroes sound design, it was really good. Like almost exceptional, in my opinion. But, Sonic Blast ain't it. I've got another character who's already level 50, who is Storm, summoning with Storm Blast. And I may just start playing her. I don't know. I mean, I like having all of the extra resistance debuff. That's why I picked it in the first place. I wanted to just lean into the debuffs, but really what I should do is learn how to modify the sounds myself and make my own mod. I've always kind of wanted Sonic stuff to sound more like, I don't know, like a synthesizer, kinda. I don't like the screeching, and in one of the original sounds, for one of the cone attacks, it makes a sound that it just reminds me of like a train, or I guess more specifically like a steam whistle. And it's just the most annoying thing in the world. Well, not the most annoying thing, but you get my point. Oh yeah, Dark Astoria. I'm getting hot just thinking about, which mission is it? The Knives of Artemis, the dojo? Is it dojo or dojo? I think it's dojo, right? Who gives a shit? 'Cause it's all like just hallways and corners, which is like perfect for Storm. But specifically regular shaped hallways, not caves, because that's what gets you enemies stuck into walls. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe we should start Dark Astoria stuff. And it would be to the benefit of those of us who haven't reached level 50 yet. We could start getting some incarnate components. Okay, see, this guy just got crushed. The team that I was on before, like, The AV took minutes upon minutes to kill, and a number of people died, to where, you know, it was only a few people at a time fighting the AV. So I think that bodes well for us, that he just got demolished. We need to be mindful of the force field generators. Yeah. I love how it looks when you've got like a bunch of freezing rain and storm cell and thunderstorms going off at the same time. It looks awesome. And it's also blinding. Where should I be able to see the flyers? Not if we're doing our job right. Oh. We had a death. Is that the first one? Maybe? I don't remember. That group just got disintegrated. These guys going rock climbing. I'm so close. I am looking forward to some endurance reduction alpha like you would not believe. And also being able to slot level 50 enhancements. And finally upgrade my defender sets. And I can slot some purples and some upgraded winter stuff. Oh, there's another group. Although... Uh-oh. People are taking damage. Like, I think for me, just trying to keep debuffs on the boss and then help deal with ads is probably my best use. Oh, this guy's halfway dead already. And looking for force field generators. Yeah, he is getting wrecked. I thought we would at least struggle a little bit. And there's the generators. More generators. Hard type says this team sucks. Valid. Yeah, frankly, we're doing way better than I imagined. We gotta push these guys into the boss so they can benefit from some of that AoE goodness. Get in there. Or just die, I guess. Push these guys into the meat grinder. Nice. 42 minutes? I mean, I know it's not exactly a record speed, but you know. Well, that went way better than expected. This will just leave no survivors, no witnesses. There you have it. All storm, market crash. I never doubted us for a moment.